Hey Terrarians, how's it going? My name is Pixelated Fireball, and welcome back to another episode of Shadows of Abaddon. So, in the last video, I think it's pretty safe to say that we absolutely wrecked Skeletron, and had a pretty surprisingly easy first expedition into the dungeon. I actually didn't encounter as many problems as I normally do. It was pretty straight, right in there, grabbed the loot, saw a new enemy that dropped a interesting little banner, which caused us to be able to fight a new event, the Piglin army, which was pretty unique, I gotta say. Used the soundtrack from the old one's army, but it wasn't really like that. A lot of portals showing up, and I found out that it was a reference to some old Minecraft, well, not really old necessarily, but it's decently old Minecraft YouTube videos. I forget the name off the top of my head right now. I'm gonna have to look it up at some point, but some saga or whatever. I remember watching the videos, and I knew that the banner was familiar from somewhere. But yeah, it was in fact a reference to Minecraft. Piglin Army was pretty cool. I got the chicken, the bone chicken, really super fast. I don't know if it spits out the same fireballs that it did during the event, but there you go. Got the bone chicken. And now, I was going to go off and fight the Wall of Flesh, because I was pretty sure that's what I had to do next, but it turns out we actually still have a mod boss before we head off down there. And to summon her, him, whatever Jensen is, I need a feather talisman, and in order to make that, I need feathers and sunplate blocks, which means that it is now time to make a long-awaited adventure up to the sky, ascend to the sky biome, and see what we can find up there. And I haven't really had the best luck with harpies in mods. I'm talking about you, Valdaris. Ugh. I can still see the images in my mind, but anyway. It's time to take our gravitation potions, which I have all of my, as many as I could get together. I have a battle potion, a water candle, so we can hopefully find a little skyland up there and set up a nice farming spot to get those harpies to show up. Maybe run into some new mod enemies while we're up there. So, without any further ado, let's head up to the sky. See what we can find. Hopefully we bump into one pretty soon, because I don't really feel like running all over the sky. Oh, there's one. Perfect. Right, not too terribly far away. So, sky chest. What do we got inside here? We got a balloon. Let's just take it all. And, let's just vein mine this whole house. Can I do that? Can I add this to the white list? Oh, it's already added. Okay. Of course it is. Why wouldn't it be? And we'll break all these. I don't know if I'm going to need clouds or anything. I'll tear this down, and then I will set up a little area to farm. Hopefully we can get some harpies to show up and we can murderate their faces. Take their feathers. There's one now. Come here. There you go, light you on fire. Feel the wrath of the pumpkins. And my pumpkin machine gun. Blow you out of the sky. Now, do I need anything with clouds? What is that? Oh, there's a welkin bell. Okay, there we go. I didn't even see that growing in the ground anywhere. That must be the new herb that is required for the new potions. They grow on clouds. There's a whole bunch of them up here. What do they do? I make a whole bunch of potions. Max number of sentries. That's pretty powerful. Throwing velocity and tower surmount potion. Increased jump height and flight time. Okay, that uses some... I'm assuming that those Grand Harpy feathers drop from the boss. So we'll have to get some of those later. Maybe make one of those potions later on. There's that Blue Bell of the Heavens. I'll probably make one of them. Make that ultimate flower accessory. Or not accessory, that weapon. Ooh, what is that? Haven. Shooting stars. Oh, it's a flail. That is an interesting way to hold that. I feel like that's not really how physics works, but you know what? I'm not going to argue with this game, because I was just flying up here upside down after I drank some magic purple juice, so... I'm just going to let that go. What about clouds? Do they do anything? Can I make anything special out of them? Nope. Just regular old cloud stuff. Just use my power of creation to make cloud things. Can I make a sky mill, or do I have to go looking for one of those things? Though I can definitely make stuff out of that. That looks like it's weapon out stuff, though, so we're going to pretend we didn't see that. I do need a sky mill. So I'm going to have to go looking for another sky island, and I can find one of those things. But for right now, we're just going to farm. Set this table down. Consume our potion. Place the water candle. Let's light this up, because it's getting nighttime now. How many of these feathers do I need exactly? I can make some things out of it. It's more Grand Harpy feathers. So it looks like a whole bunch of stuff that I need to kill the boss to get. Okay. And I only need 5 of them to make this summoning item. Ooh, there's a lot of harpies. There they all are. Hello, harpies. You are everywhere. Yes, you are. Ah. Ah, get the feather. Get the feather. Nope. Ah, safe. Every feather is precious. It's nighttime now. Maybe there might be a new enemy that shows up here. I'm half tempted. Well, not really half tempted. What was that? Oh, another welkin bell. I am tempted to see if I can just go and kill the boss right now and then come up here looking for a sky mill later. It looked like I actually needed one to make all that new boss stuff, and it doesn't look like I can actually craft one. So I need to go hunting for one, which means I need to go find another sky island. I'm gonna get chased by harpies the whole way across, though. I know it. What is that? Oh, it's a pumpkin thing. Okay. I do need to kill those things because I'm kind of also tempted to switch up my little character setup here. I might go thrower just because it looks like it has a lot of really interesting and powerful stuff available to me as a thrower. Mix it up a little bit, even though I don't really necessarily ever go for throwing class in mods because, I mean, some cool weapons and all, but I just can't really shake the allure of the mage and its ridiculously overpowered, flashy, sparkly weapons. I just can't really just get over that. I think I'm going to go looking for another sky island, though, so I can get a sky mill, so I will see you when I find another one. Drink my potion first before I jump off would be a wise idea. Oh, there's another sky island. Just about plowed right into the bottom of it. Horseshoe, and there's our sky mill. Excellent. Absolutely fantastic. So I think I'm going to head back down and get all that crafting stuff straightened out, and then probably end up fighting the boss, if I can. It says it needs to be during nighttime, so I'll just deposit all that crap. I'll sort through it later. I keep doing that, and then I keep wondering why I run out of inventory space. Like, oh, it's just an absolute mystery, isn't it? Alright, throwing velocity. Can make that potion. Let's make a pumpkin pie. Some demon pumpkin pie. Get a regen potion, iron skin. Let's get all this essential stuff. I'm not gonna need any of these. Warmth potion, commanding potion. I don't know how useful that's gonna be, but let's take it anyway. Why not? I can make that out of white feathers. Those come from the birds that I have massacred. Dusk potion. I think we should be good to go. Shouldn't be too terribly difficult. Let's craft this thing. Does it have to be up in the sky? It didn't say that it had to be fought in the sky. It just had to be at night. So, more Blight Bones. Yeah, I think that's pretty much all I can make right now. I don't see anything else particularly that stands out. It's the best I got right here. Alright, well, let's call her in down here. A matter of fact, actually, before I do that, let's take a hunter potion if I have one. I think I might. Might have a hunter potion, or maybe I don't. Okay, well, I was going to use one of those to maybe be able to see him, her, it a little bit better, but let's go. Yeah, this should be an acceptable place to fight it. Why not? We got our sentries. We got everything squared away. Let's buff up and let's call her forth. Which way are we coming from over there? Oh, hello. Lot of shooting. There it is. All right. Ah. 9,000 HP. Doing a decent amount of damage here. Flying in circles around me. It's got rapid fire feathers. Rapid fire feather blasts. Actually doing a pretty decent amount of damage here. We're kind of kicking her butt. But I know this mod better than that by now. Definitely want to see. There we go. There's the crazy other stuff that she does. Ooh, she's powered up now. Now the feathers have turned into green balls. She's throwing her balls at me. Ew. I could not have picked a better way to say that wrong. Hitting pretty hard. But unfortunately for her, so am I. Let's heal. Oh, and she's dead already. I got a trophy from her, though. Throwing magical boomerang. Throwing magical boomerang, yes. As opposed to the, whatever other variety of thing you do with a boomerang. But there we go. There we go. That's kind of cool. Wow. That's really powerful. Is that throwing damage? Even more reason to become a thrower. But let's check out that treasure bag. So we got take no fall damage and glide into safety. So it's like, so I got permanent slow fall, and I take no fall damage now. That's pretty useful. Good for exploration. We got 22 of those Grand Harpy feathers. Can I fight her again? I want to fight her again one more time real quickly while I still got my potion power here. Let's grab one. Let's just call her forth. Bring it on. Throw this down. I don't know if that thing down there is going to affect her at all, but there we go. Oh, I can summon 2 of these things? I didn't know that. Hold on a second. Wait a minute. Oh, I didn't know that I could summon 2 of them. Is that an ability? Oh, wait, that's right. I'm an idiot. I remember that now. I just had that potion. I completely forgot about that. Yep, this is a very easy boss. Very easy indeed. There we go. Another feather, or flight feather. I don't know if she drops items every time, but there we go. There's another one. I don't know if I have enough time to do it in the night now. It's about over. But we should have plenty of feathers to make whatever cool, unique things she drops now. I might actually seriously change into thrower for the wall of flesh. I think I might do that. Definitely thinking about it. Let's throw all that in there. Wait, they are materials. Come back real quick. Let's take a look here. What do I make out of these? Makes Jensen's talisman. I guess that's, there we go. Okay, that's my wings. I just take these and make them into wings at the start of hard mode and get some souls of night and light. There we go. Harpies become friendly. Well, there we go. I am now a friend of the harpies. Fantastic. I'll hold on to that. Now, what about these feathers? What do they do? Oh, that's right. I need to put my sky mill in first. Alrighty. Where did I put that? Throw that sky mill in. Now let's see what I can do with them. Let's see weapons. Got a harpy blade. Shoots a feather on swing. It is a material. It's your melee weapon right there. What about range? We got a harpy gun. 52 range damage and a very fast speed. It's also a material. What about magic? We have harpy daze. It's another throwing weapon. Rapidly throw feathers. I imagine based upon that, it's probably like vampire knives or similar to them based upon the sprite right there. Anything else? Is there a magic one? No magic one? Oh, there it is. Harpy tome. It shall rain feathers from the sky. I feel like that pretty accurately describes what it does. I'm going to make the... I don't know. I'm going to have to go back over and do some hunting for some more Blight Bones. I know that if I'm going to become a thrower, because I got to make this Blight Bones set. And I do not have enough for it. I definitely do not. I got a feather hairpin. 8% increased throwing damage and 10% increased velocity. There it is again. I think this mod wants me to play thrower. I think it really does. Alright, well, let's see. Since feathers are pretty easy to come by, it seems. Let's make the harpy gun and see what it does. It says it's very fast speed, extremely weak knockback. Oh, it shoots feathers. It's pretty good. I don't know how that stacks up damage-wise to the pumpkin flare, but... Doesn't light things on fire, but it does shoot feathers out pretty rapid fire. But it'll open up the ability to use other types of ammo, at least. Should I choose to, stay a ranger. I do not know. Well, I guess with that mod boss now, I guess the only thing left to do is to go down to the underworld and defeat the Wall of Flesh. I haven't actually gone to the underworld yet. I don't have a elevator, so that'll be, job number 1. I'm sure that will be just a wonderful, thrilling adventure. Can't wait. Well, before I go off and do anything, let's check out the NPCs and see if they sell anything new now that we've killed that boss. Let's start with a decorationist. Doesn't look like there's anything new. I got the bone throne, but I'm pretty sure I got that. I put one up here, if you didn't notice that at the beginning of the video. But Doot Doot, that is obviously a reference to just the general Doot meme, though the first thing that pops into my head is definitely Doom. And Sylvester, what's up with you? G'day, mate. Alright, well, I guess you're Australian. Okay. Every single time I look at this NPC's dialogue, it just makes my head hurt. I'm Sylvester, your darty ol' cobber. Be sure to purchase my schmicken wares. You'll get me mate's rate. Okay, what? Alright, what do you sell? Okay, so we got the spiritual feather. Summons Chibi Jensen to follow you around. That costs 1 platinum. I am not interested in spending all of my gold on that, even though I'm sure it's adorable. Grand Harpy feather suit. Talons, and we got the music box. Huh, interesting, not bad. I didn't really get a chance to listen to the theme, so I might get that and just have a little bit of a listen. What about you, Pandalar? You have anything new, unique, and wonderful to show me? I could smell you. Well, I guess it has been a good while since this character has had a shower. Nothing new. What about salvage goods? What do you got for me? It's time for a tea party! Okay, you're doing great. Beeswax and pumpkins. While researching the jungle hives, I found some beeswax from a totally destroyed hive. On the way back, I dropped by a pumpkin patch and snagged a couple. Maybe they'll be of use to you. Beeswax? Potentially. The pumpkins, well, I guess I can make pumpkin pie out of them. So why not? Okay, well, I can't really do anything else to stall. So I think what I'm going to do, before I go on any deep exploration right now down into the underworld, I think I'm going to stay topside and farm a whole bunch of... I'm going to farm some of those mobs to get some life embers, get some Blight Bones together, and then actually make that throwing set. And we'll go with that set for the rest of this normal mode. I don't know. It's calling my name, what can I say? So we'll do that. So I'll see you whenever I'm ready to dig a big hole. Alright, so I finally got all the ingredients together to make this Blight Bones set. It took actually quite a bit of those little life embers, but it's alright because it didn't take me as long to farm them all together as it did the first time I went out to get them to make that boss summoning item for the Flaming Pumpkin. I don't know if the spawn rate was increased or maybe they drop more now, but I got like 30, 40 pretty quickly, so I had a lot of bones left over from the dungeon. I actually have them in my inventory right now for a very interesting thing. But here's the Blight Bones set. There it is. I'll zoom in there so you can see it. It looks pretty cool. I like it. I took my crown off so you could actually see the helm, but I think it looks pretty decent with the crown on. I just got to get some, maybe like some reddish orange dye or something like that, black and orange dye. Maybe make it mix in a little bit better, but here's the set. The helm is 10% increased thrown critical strike and 30% thrown velocity. The breastplate does an extra 15% increased thrown damage. Then the greaves give you an extra 10% increased movement speed and another 5% increased thrown damage. And the set bonus is what I think is particularly interesting because it says it empowers certain bone-related weapons. And the only bone-related weapon that I have in my inventory right now is the Bone Glove. And I'm assuming there are other weapons in the mod, or perhaps that I could get right now. Maybe that drop from Skeletron that I can use this set in junction with. The Bone Glove shoots bones, you know, as it normally does. There it is. Just as its own little thing. Now, here's what it does with the set. Of course, there's going to be a blood moon right now. That's fine, Terraria. I wasn't talking or anything. I didn't want to. I'll show you. I'll show you what this does. Look at the bones. You can't really see them now, but they're on fire. What they do is they light things on fire. I don't know what the debuff is called, but it lights things on fire whenever you use the Bone Glove now. I don't know if the damage is changed at all or if it's any better, but there you go. My god. This is just lovely. There is a blizzard, there is a blood moon, it is nighttime. I'm just trying to show off some things, Terraria. Can you just give me a break? Just for 1 second. No, you can't. Okay. Well, anyway, I will go to relative safety here. I guess I really can't. I just gotta, okay. All right, anyway, we're inside now. You can sort of see a little bit better now. There's a pump fly in here. We'll just pretend we don't see that. Anyway, I did make some of the harpy weapons, the things that I could make out of those big feathers, Grand Harpy feathers. I made this Harpy Daze, and I modified it up to Unreal, and it's actually a pretty powerful weapon. It does some pretty good stuff with the new armor set. Pretty effective. It is just like the vampire knives. It shoots out 3 little feathers. That they don't penetrate enemies, but they do a considerable amount of damage. And I tried to get Jensen's magical boomerang up to a decent level, but I ran out of gold because it's like 10 gold to reforge it. But it's really effective, and it does something interesting. Whenever you use it, whenever it hits an enemy the first time, it looks like it actually travels through solid blocks. I don't know if you can really see it, but it looks like it does that. Whenever it hits an enemy, it does penetrate. It goes on for quite a while. The only other thing that's throwing related that I really had was the decision between the Dreadflame emblem and the Feather Hairpin. The Hairpin is just a straight damage boost for throwing damage and velocity. But the Dreadflame emblem that you get from the stuff from the Flaming Pumpkin actually makes it so your throwing weapons occasionally cause you to spit out little balls of fire like that you kind of saw right there. Lights things on fire. You know, everything lights stuff on fire. That seems to be the common theme here. There was one other little thing. It was just a weapon that I guess I missed in the dungeon that's used to make like the throwing equivalent of a Knight's Edge. It dropped, literally, let me tell you the story here. I searched all over the dungeon, far and wide, to get keys and to open up chests and everything, and I did get a shadow key, which I missed. But the item, it is located in this very chest in the very first room. And I did not know that until after I had already done all my exploring. So that's lovely. I think the weapon is called a Nihongo? Nihongo? Right there it is, the Nihongo. Pretty decent. It's an okay weapon, but it's used to make the Knight's Fall, like I said, is just a Knight's Edge, you know, version of the throwing weapon. It uses the Underbrush, which I do have. It's just made out of jungle stuff. The Umbra I have. The Ignitus, which is made out of Hellstone. And, of course, the Nihongo. So I'll fuse all that together before we fight the Wall of Flesh. And speaking of the Wall of Flesh, I was going to go down there and to try to squeeze it all into this episode, but I know how long that it takes for me to get everything going for the Wall of Flesh. Digging the elevator and everything is just way, way, way too time-consuming. So what I'm going to do, actually, is I think I'm going to call it an episode here. I know I really feel like I didn't do all that terribly much in this episode, but we got a new boss down, got some cool new gear, new items. You know, hey, I'd call that an episode. So, as the Blood Moon ravages the landscape of Terraria, and I just murder them all with the power of my newfound throwing weapons, thank you guys so much for stopping by and checking me out. I really appreciate it. And as always, whatever it is, wherever you are, day or night, I hope you're having a good one of those. And I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.